Every single person who's been sleeping on this, y'all need to wake up. This product I've recommended to many of my friends who I worked with at MAC, and they also love it. Hi everyone! Today I am doing a full face of makeup using only Japanese makeup. Now even better, everything is drugstore. And also I make sure that every product is also available on Amazon. And actually that's where I get my products as well. Amazon lately has been really coming through, so I'm really thankful for them. For many years in the Western culture, I feel like Korean makeup and skincare has had their time, and don't get me wrong, I love it. I swear by Korean skincare, and I feel like they're so innovative when it comes to beauty, and I feel like Japanese as well, but we're just not getting as much attention that they deserve. So in today's video, I just felt like it was my duty to spread the words that, guys, you have to try Japanese makeup. Today, I did a full face of makeup just using drugstore Japanese makeup, and you can tell I'm feeling myself. So if you'd like to learn how I achieve this makeup look and the products that I use, go ahead and keep watching. Alright, first off, I'm going to start off with a primer, and this one is by Can Make. Can Make is my favorite makeup brand of all time, actually. This one is called the Poreless Clear Primer. Now, I will say that I'm not the biggest fan of the packaging, because it's one of those that you have to stick back in and stuff. But I will put a dollop on my cheeks. This is where I have the most pores that is visible. You will have to dunk in a few times. I'm going to do 3 swipes on each cheek. Now, I like taking a stippling brush. This one is by Sigma. And I'll just go over singular round motions. Now this does hide pores very, very well. The only thing is you won't visibly see your pores hiding right away, but you will see the effect once you put your foundation on top. So it's like a clear film that kind of veils on top of your skin. For my foundation today, it's actually a BB cream. It's by the same company, Can Make, and this one is Perfect Serum BB Cream, and it's in the color Natural. Now I will say that there is a big downside to a lot of these companies actually, and that is there are very limited shade range. Now that is a common problem that we've been having with every Asian brand actually, because I'm a huge advocate for inclusivity, and then inclusivity, that word shouldn't even exist, you know, like why is it so hard for all of us to just view everybody equally, you know? The great thing about this company is this company used to market a lot towards just women, especially girls too. I spoke up about it one time in my videos about how, you know, men like me who wants to be included in this little, you know, bubble of Can Make, you know, this little community. They responded to that. Now they're working on expanding their audiences not just towards women, but also male as well. So I believe a lot in this company, which is why I love them. So, you know, hopefully they will come out with more shades in the future. And I know a lot of you guys are not a big fan of BB cream, but as you can see, this has a lot of coverage, especially when you use a brush, and then I like to use like these circular motions, and that's what's going to help you really hide those pores. I used to work for MAC, and so I really know all these tips and tricks. Alright, now that I have my base on, I'm ready for concealer. And for concealer, I want to use this one by Kate Tokyo. This is one of those unique brands that I actually see this brand as like a Japanese drugstore MAC. One of the aspects comes from their branding. Their packaging is very minimalistic. This product itself really reminds me of one of the products from MAC as well. We used to have this product, and I'm sure they'll still have it. They just continued a few shades. We had a highlighting pen that looks just like this. And that was one of my favorite go-to products when I worked at MAC, and this really replicates it. It really, really works because it's really thin, but the color's just right where you just need a little and you can see that it conceals and also highlights at the same time. Do I look wide awake or what? It's amazing. My skin looks flawless. Now you guys are going to be shook for the next product. A face powder and by the company Maquillage. This one is in a special packaging, as you can see, and this was a collaboration with Sailor Moon. So you can see the word Sailor Moon on there, and it's got stars and a little diamond. It's just an overall stunning packaging. A face powder and a sponge. I just have normal skin currently, so I don't need a lot of it. Just a little goes a long way. I'm gonna tap most of it off. By the way, this brush that I'm using, this one is also by a Japanese brand. It's by Suku. Most of these nice brushes are made in a city called Kumano, and they also create brushes like Hakuhodo there as well. I personally think that these brushes, these natural hair brushes that are from Japan, are exquisite. If you buy one, you use it forever. You don't replace it. The more you use it, the better it gets. And this powder itself, I want you to kind of think of it as like a MAC Studio Fix powder. it has that coverage. It definitely helps with the longevity of your makeup as well. The only difference I would say, this one, the texture itself is softer than Studio Fix powder. So when you put it on your face, it doesn't feel as heavy. And a little goes a long way because you can just kind of dust it all over a very thin layer. Alright, I went ahead and filled in my eyebrows off camera. And then next, I want to do a little bit of nose contouring before I start eyeshadows. So the product, I'm going to use this Can Make. Again, I'm really obsessed with this brand. You're going to quickly notice that. And this is called a shading powder, and it's in the color number 5. Now, the color itself looks really great. I know it looks kind of intimidating, but this one was specifically formulated for those who have yellow undertones. Now, my nose contouring routine is kind of intense, so I'm just going to show you some parts of what I do. But I just wanted you to see how fast and how well this contouring powder works. Every single person who's been sleeping on this, y'all need to wake up. Now there are 2 eyeshadows that I really recommend. These are also by Can Make. Now this is like the older version of it. They still sell this, and this is like the revamped version. It's more technically just like a design kind of thing. Now I love this palette because this one is called Perfect Multi Eyes number 6. It has all these matte colors in here. Now these are the essential colors that you basically need for any eye makeup. Alright, now in terms of texture, the texture is very unique. I have never tried an eyeshadow that's from America that has similar texture to this. If I had to choose one, I would say that Too Faced has something that's kind of similar in terms of texture. It's very soft. They kind of remind me of marshmallow because the texture is kind of fluffy. Now, it's so fluffy that when you dig your brush in, you don't want to dig it in because you will destroy the shadow. So you just kind of want to gently pat, and then you get enough color payoff. Now, it's not going to be eyeshadows that's like from MAC or, I don't know, like Natasha Denona or something. The colors are going to be a nice wash of color, so you will need some patience if you want really strong opaque color. But the good thing is, you can build it up. So I'm just creating a really natural shadow currently. And as you can see, I'm just working in small layers very slowly. Alright, I built up my eyeshadow to the depth that I like. So I want to go into one of these shimmer colors so you guys can see what these are like as well. I think I'm going to go into this color. It's kind of like a mauve color with gold reflex. It's really pretty. Now, as a base, right here, I have the eyeshadow base from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Ooh, that's pretty. Now, as you can see, it's just like a nice wash of color, so you're not gonna get too much payoff. Like I said, you can see my eyeshadow. If you build it up, you can get it up to this point. Now, inner corner, I want a little bit lighter, so I'm gonna go into this color. I'm just gonna focus that on the inner corner right here to give it some dimension. Okay, now I'm ready to put on some false lashes, but before I move on to that stage, I wanted to show you guys this product. And honestly, I should have really called this doing full face of makeup using Can Make, but honestly, yeah, they're just the bomb.com really. And this one is a mascara by Can Make. First of all, the color is very unique. It's like a wine color. But what's so great about this, and this is called the Quick Lash Curler. And the reason why I like this is because anybody who has lashes that grow straight down, and you have to curl your lashes before you put your mascara on, just like me. My life has changed ever since one of my fans sent this to me, and then, yeah, I never went back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna curl my lashes. I like using my Shiseido. I get a nice squeeze. I have to do this like intense because my lashes are thick, but they grow straight down, so they're really stubborn. As soon as possible, once I'm done curling, I'm gonna go straight into this mascara. And I put a generous coat. You see how like this lash is just standing up really nicely, and you know what? This doesn't fall all day. It's a huge pet peeve of mine where when you put your false lashes on and your natural lashes are growing straight down, so it's like you have 2 sets of like lashes growing. That's not a cute look. This really helps for my lashes to stay curled, and you just have to get it. It's the best. Alright, I went ahead and added some eyeliner in the inner corner, put some false lashes on. These are really natural ones. These are by Doe Lashes, and these are in the style Morning Dew. I know, it's looking pretty cute. I would say so. Alright, now I just need to finish off the face. Now for contouring, I can go back into that Can Make one, but I want to show you guys more brands. So this one is by Kate Tokyo. Now this one has both a contour and a highlight. And this brush is by Muji, and I'm sure some of you guys who live in the big cities like Los Angeles, I'm sure you guys have Muji there. Technically this is for blush. This is like a typical shape for blush brushes, but I like using this for contour. And again, this was one of those gifts from a fan, and I've been using it for years. This brush just goes right under my cheekbones and sculpts it really nicely. That low pigment comes to a lot of help because when it comes to contour, you want that very subtle. You just want it to go with the natural flow of your face. You don't want to really kind of change too much of your structure unless you're going for that look and you're, you know, kind of transforming yourself. Technically, I just want to kind of enhance my features, so I'm just gonna go lightly in, and you can tell this is such a nice product. It blends so well. Alright, for bronzer, I'm gonna use this one by Can Make. This is the same shading powder, but it's in the color number 3, so you can see that this one is much warmer. Now, I have to showcase this product because this is the first product that I used that was from Japan. If you didn't know, I was born and raised in America, and I live in America still. So I never really had the chance to really try out Japanese makeup until my channel started growing, and one of my fans who lived in Japan was very generous and offered me to send some Japanese makeup over here, and this was one of the first products that I tried, and my life changed ever since. So yeah. This product I've recommended to many of my friends who I worked with at MAC, and they also love it. One of my friends, she's a freelance makeup artist. She uses this product and many other products from Can Make on brides, on wedding, and it photographs beautifully. It's really all about not only about the formula, but the color is also great because it's not, as you can see, it's not orange, and there's not too much, sometimes bronzers can kind of pull green, especially under hard lights, but this just melts into your skin. Alright, for blush, I just want to go with the same flow, so I'm going to choose this color. That kind of reminds me like coffee, tea latte, glow floor cheeks, and this is in a number 10. The brush that comes with it is also very nice. It's a tiny brush, which is very Japanese, but it's super soft. It's actually really nice. I don't want to use it because I want to preserve it, so I'm just going to put this on the high points of my cheeks. I'm not going to put too much of it because I don't want too much color. I have so much going on in my eyes, I don't want it to overpower everything. Alright, the last step, we just need to do lips. I don't have a recommendation for lip liner that's from Japan, so I'm just going to opt it with N Cosmetics, and this is in the color Kitten. I don't have a very defined upper lip, so which is why I like to use it, and I like to cheat a little bit on the lower lip. Not too much, you don't want to look crazy. You can always cheat a little bit under here because nobody's gonna see that. And then for lip, I'm gonna use this one by Be Idol. Now this is a very interesting brand actually. It was produced by a Japanese idol, and her name is Akari Yoshida. We just call her Akari. Akari is the producer of this, and then she's in a group called NMB48. She also has a YouTube channel as well. Now she's come out with a couple of colors now, and this is my favorite one. This is in the color Konare Beige, and it has that menthol, kind of minty feel to it, but not too much. And I love the subtle shine that it gives, so you don't need a gloss on top of this. The color itself is actually pretty unique as well. It's a beige color for sure, an undertone of pink that kind of shines through. It's not an overpowering pink, so I just feel like it gives it like a more mature look, and especially combined with like the eye makeup I have today, which is more towards neutral colors. I think it all balances out a little bit. If I had like a nude lip, I think everything will kind of look washed out, but since it has a little bit of pink in this and a little bit of shine, I think that everything ties in very well. Alright, and this is the finished look. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really hope that I was able to show you guys some new products. Japanese makeup is just so catered so well towards what the customer really wants. What's so great about brands like Can Make, they take their feedbacks very seriously and they are always updating it. You'll always see something updated almost every year and it gets better and better. I just want to add my own 2 cents on the stereotype that kind of flows around Asian makeup. And I think the number one thing is their lack of pigment. Now, lack of pigment is not necessarily always a bad thing. Now, when you watch a lot of makeup tutorials, especially videos that are produced more in the Western culture, you will one of the things, if they're reviewing an eyeshadow, one of the first things, and I can bet you on this, is that they'll talk about pigment. They'll say, there's a lot of pigment. This one has a lot of payoff. Now, those are great things, but not all the time. I am very picky with my eyeshadow, especially when it comes to creating a completely new look. I mean, you saw how I looked at the beginning with no makeup. Now look at me. Now I'm very, very particular in how I want to do my makeup. I focus on details a lot. Sometimes I don't want a lot of pigment. I want something that's buildable. And now I think that's the most important aspect of it. And I think that Japanese makeup does excellent in all those things. I have listed an affiliate link for every product that I used in this video. So go ahead and check out everything that you were curious about and just give it a shot. You can find everything on Amazon. So feel free to just try one thing out, 2 things out. If you want to try everything out, go ahead. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and let me know if you want to see more English videos. I will be more than happy to make them for you. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you on my next video. Bye!